agree to name him Zachariah Jr. after his father. You will not agree evil agreement on the head of my child. Somebody said, no way. So long I am alive, nobody will put evil on my head. I'm about to speak out today. You didn't hear me say I will speak out. The answer of Elizabeth to the elders was not so. N-O-T-S-O. Not so. You will reverse it though. Any evil pronouncement on your head, you will reply them, not so. You're not answering me here. I said you will reply them, not so. Not so. Do you know who Zachariah is? Bible says Zachariah was blameless. Zachariah was a man of God. Zachariah was spirit filled, yet Zachariah was barren. Zachariah could not bear a child. Zachariah was a good man. Yes, Zachariah was not fruitful. You want to bring another fruitless man in our family? Somebody shout, not so. If they have named John the Baptist another Zachariah, it would have been fruitless. It wouldn't have gotten the mission of baptizing Jesus. I prophesy to your life, any evil name that evil elders agree together and they place on your head, I command the name to catch fire. I decree over your life, not so in your finances, not so in your education. Somebody shout, I walk out. Not so. I cannot permit this name to continue. I cannot permit this error to continue. My father could not build a house. You are telling me to follow the step of my father. Slap somebody high five, not so. My mother could not buy a car. You are telling me to follow the step of my mother. Shout, not so. My mother could not buy a land. You are telling me as a woman in top grace to be like my mother. Shout, not so. My father could not travel abroad. You are telling me to stay only in Nigeria like my father. Shout, not so. I changed the story in my family. I changed the situation in my father's house. Slap somebody high five. Say things are turning around because I am alive. Some things are about to change. Somebody shout, I take a step and I say not so. Sit down. Not so. Many of you are too quiet. Speak up. Not so. This conspiracy will not work. Another Zachariah? No way. In the Hebrew tradition, a woman was not permitted to speak. Are you hearing me? But Elizabeth says, I am breaking this protocol today. This tradition must be defiled. Somebody says, surely this shall come to an end. That tradition in your village must come to an end. If in your tradition they say nobody buys car, you are saying not so. Say not so, not so, not so, not so. Your tradition can be your family. It can be your community. If in your family or in your community they say nobody graduates from school, you are saying not so. We break the record. Originating the name from. You are coming from different places to impress and to put a name on my child that is not from God. I say not so. Anything anything that is not from God, I speak up and say, I push them off. Say, push them off. Nobody may have done it in my father's house, but I'll be the first to do it. They say no one bears such name in this family. They brought the book of record. They look all the names, nothing like John. But Elizabeth said we will start it. They brought the record of your family. Nobody has ever bought a plot of land. And in the spirit realm, they are holding you and they are saying you will not go. Today you are raising your sword of fire. You will tell them, loose me and let me go. That's so. Let them dust all the record. Let them begin to give you history. Your great grandfather borrowed the land. Your grandfather, they dashed him a land and collected back. Your own father did not have a place to stay. How dare you arise and you say you are a Christian, you want to buy land? You will tell them it may not be in the book of record, but I want to start another record. Somebody say, I want to start another record. From where I stand today, I write another story. People from my lineage begin to buy lands. Somebody shout fire. I write, he said we shall be a pen of a ready writer. I write another record. Are you sure you heard me here? I cannot be quiet. Too loaded to fail. But body they totally them. Body they pepper them. That somebody is about to rise greater than we are. And they look at the father. They say, oh God, we know you can't speak, but your wife is doing some rudiment. Your wife is doing some spiritual digogori matana brone himanas. She's causing some havoc in this family. She's doing something that are forbidden in this family. And your God said, give me a pen and give me a paper. Let me confirm what my wife is saying. Somebody say agreement. And they gave John a pen and a paper, and John sat on the table. It was like the judgment seat, and John began to write John. And when they read what Zachariah wrote, it simply means, John, I agree with my wife, I agree with my sister, I agree with my man of God, and as I leave this place, a revolution is occurring in my family. I agree with this prophecy. As I leave this place, I cause a change in my father's house. I agree with this commission. As I walk out of here, I am the next millionaire in town. Somebody shout, I agree. I agree. I agree. The Bible says when they wanted to continue the argument, they say it's like his hand mistakenly writes this. The Bible says the angel appeared and the angel loosed the tongue. When they want to continue the argument, Zachariah spoke up. Zachariah said, now I can speak. Once I was dumb, but now my mouth is open. Can I prophesy to you? You could not speak before, but now you can speak. In 2019, you didn't have the voice to confront the bastard, but now you have a voice. Slap 3 persons, high five. Say, I don't like the way you are looking. You have to speak something. Not so. The agreement will not work. The conspiracy will not work. Anything they say that is not of God is about to scatter. Let them gather together, but not by me. Shake somebody's hand like you want to shake it off. Say, my enemies are scattering for my sake. He said, I don't care to know where they gathered. In my village, in the coven, in the air, in my my street and they give me a wrong name, I'm about to change it. Shout, I change it. If your neighbor can't preach to you, look for a preacher. Say, neighbor, preach to me. I change it. Say, preach to me, neighbor. I want to change my situation. I want to change my bank account. I want to change my level of spirituality. I refuse to be oppressed. I refuse to be single. I am married by this time next year. I'm putting on my wedding gown.